Hey guys, WalterFootball.com video here. I'm going to talk about why you should avoid Stefon Diggs in your fantasy football drafts. Also, another player who's going in his round, which is about round 8. Stefon Diggs' ADP is 801. This other player is 806. So I'm going to talk about that. So before I do, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description for the merch store. Also visit WalterFootball.com for tons of content. We have fantasy content, NFL draft content. We grade every signing. We grade every trade. We're going to have season previews soon. Our pick to win the Super Bowl last year is the Eagles at 17-1 odds. So well, hopefully we get another winner this year. So all the content's free. So check out walterfootball.com for tons of NFL content. So we have this story with Stefon Diggs. Obviously, everyone's heard about it by now. His maritime adventures. He was pictured here, as you can see on the screen, with holding something that looks like pink powder. Some people are speculating it's drugs. I don't know if there's any proof that there is, but that's the speculation right now. There's also, I should say that there's also been proof that he did these drugs. He's just holding them, and they may not be drugs anyway. But it's created this whole firestorm. And we even had this tweet by Ben Volin, I think that's how you pronounce the name, from the Boston Globe. He says, it's only one strike for Diggs. It's only still May, and he didn't do anything egregiously bad in the video, but the pads haven't even come on yet, and Diggs is already giving the Patriots reasons to second-guess their signing. So just based on that, you might think, hey, you should avoid Stefon Diggs because he's not practicing football. He's out partying on boats. He's wearing scarves with no shirts on. So I'm very anti-scarf, so don't like that look very much. But no, this is not why you should avoid Stefon Diggs at all. I don't really care about this. When I heard the story, like the drug thing didn't even register in my head, just because Stefon Diggs is already off my radar. I have been avoiding Stefon Diggs in all my drafts. I've done about 50 best ball drafts so far. I have not drafted Stefon Diggs in a single draft this year because he's 32. He's going to be 32 soon at some point during the season. And he's coming off a torn ACL. Receivers coming off torn ACLs have a very bad track record the following year. There have been some exceptions, and also if you look at other positions, Adrian Peterson had that famous 2,000-yard season coming off the torn ACL, but he wasn't an older player then. And usually the players who are able to recover from torn ACLs are generally younger players, players who play slot receiver and stuff like that. But Stefon Diggs is an older player. Like I said, he's going to be 32 soon. List of players who have struggled coming off torn ACL at receiver. Mike Williams last year, he did absolutely nothing for two teams. He had a couple of good games, but then outside of that, he didn't do anything. Odell Beckham basically ruined his career. He tore his ACL in the Super Bowl and has done nothing since. Jameson Williams, coming out of college, a younger player, tore his ACL at Alabama, and he didn't do anything in the NFL for the first couple of years. Michael Gallup, his career has basically been ended by torn ACL. Cortland Sutton, he's great now, but he tore his ACL 1 year. He came back the next year. He actually had his worst season outside of the season in which he tore his ACL and his rookie year. That was his third worst season of his career. So there's this long track record of players doing poorly coming off torn ACLs. Stefon Diggs tore his ACL in late October as well. So it's not like he tore his ACL at the beginning of the season and he's had a full year to recover. There have also been reports that he's not going to be ready by until at least week 4. And that's already in, this is the end of May, beginning of June, depending on when you're watching this. We're already hearing that he's going to miss the first 3 weeks of the season. So we might hear that his recovery time is going to be delayed a little bit, especially if he's not working out too. So that could be a problem. And given that he's an older player, it might take longer. So I would not touch him at all. 8th round, 10th round, even 12th round. I have no interest in Stefon Diggs just because he's not going to play for a while. And even when he returns, there's no proof or there's no reason to believe that he's going to be great right away. I mean, his past 2 years have been pretty mediocre. The last time he was doing well was the first half of the 2023 season with Buffalo. And then second half, he slowed down last year. He had a couple of good games here and there, but for Houston, overall, he just wasn't quite himself. So this is an older player you should completely avoid. So 801 is ADP, and it's just way too early. Another receiver you should avoid is Brandon Aiyuk. His ADP is 806 right now, which I don't get. He tore his ACL around the same time as in the middle of the season, but he didn't just tear his ACL. He also tore his MCL. So it's It's multi-layered injury. So he's I'd be shocked if he plays starting in week 1 of 2025. I think his recovery time might be around the same time as Diggs, even though he tore 2 ligaments instead of 1. He's a younger player. He's not 32 like Diggs yet, so he might have a quicker recovery time if it was just the ACL. But ACL plus MCL complicates things. We've seen players tearing 2 ligaments really struggle coming back the following year. So even not just a receiver, it's been an issue for those players. So it's going to be tough for Brandon Aiyuk to do well in the first half of the season. So I've been drafting Juwan Jennings in the 6th round, 7th round. I've been drafting Ricky Pearsall 7th round, 8th round. I love those guys. And I have not, same thing with Stefon Diggs. I have not drafted Brandon Aiyuk at all in any draft. Now, unlike Stefon Diggs, if Brandon Aiyuk somehow fell to like round 12 or something, I would have some interest there. But overall, just based on where he's going, I've been passing him every time. And these other fantasy owners taking Stefon Diggs and Brandon Aiyuk and other players coming off torn ACLs, I'm just like, okay, have fun. These guys aren't going to be on the field for the first third or quarter of the season. And, once they return, they could just re-injure themselves. That's something else you see a lot, too. These players try to compensate for these injuries. So they tend to, tear a calf or something, like have a groin injury or something, like other leg injury pop up for these players just because they're overcompensating for their injuries. So even when Stefon Diggs returns in like week 4 or week 5, he could just suffer another injury and he could just struggle for the rest of the year. And even when he does play, he's not necessarily going to be 100%. So you're going to see lesser production than you would normally expect. And given that he's playing with a younger quarterback who's not yet proven, that's another strike against him. So these are all reasons why you should avoid Stefon Diggs in the 8th round or any round for that matter. Brandon Aiyuk as well. Like I said, if Aiyuk falls a little further in the draft, I would take a chance on him. But as it stands right now, I see no reason to take these players. So avoid Stefon Diggs, avoid Brandon Aiyuk, avoid players coming off torn ACLs. There's gonna be 1 or 2 once in a while who do well. There's going to be a running back who maybe every decade or so has an amazing season like Peterson. But for the most part, you're drafting guys with high risk, and there's no reason to do that. So yeah, that's it for this video. So please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description for the merch store. And as I said before, visit walterfootball.com for tons of content. We have NFL picks against the spread coming in the fall. We have NFL mock drafts. We have the most accurate mock drafter in the world. Fantasy football rankings have been posted, sleepers, busts, etc. So yeah, check us out there. And like I said, all the content's free. So that is it for this video, and I will talk to you guys next time.